Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another day on the adventure bus. We've got quite a bit accomplished over the past few days, kind of tying up a bunch of the loose ends that needed to be done. I've ran the wire now from the batteries to the house batteries. So from the coach batteries, the starting batteries, I've ran the wire over here into the closet to the house batteries. And what I'm hooking up currently is something called it's a battery monitor, like I don't know how to explain it. It has a name here. Working on this guy right now. It is a lithium ion battery information manager, I think is what it's called. So basically it's not going to burn out the alternator. What'll happen when you're trying to charge lithiums is they take a lot of power, and what this does is cycles between the coach batteries there and the lithium batteries here. And then you can see I do have this controlling wire here. One of those wires is going to a momentary switch, which I have set up at the front of the bus. So when you push, if your batteries ever die, if you push that switch, it's going to use your lithium batteries to start the bus. The other wire you see here is going to go to the ignition. So when you start the bus, it's going to basically tell this guy here what to do and to cycle between the two batteries. I've got the smart dongle in. I ran out of room in the links, so I had to add another fuse here, and this is going to go up to the volt distribution panel. So that's kind of the one I decided to separate. So in the links I have the solar charge controllers, I have the Victron Multi-Plus, and then I have that huge large battery that goes down to the battery controller there. That's what kind of took up the space that I was going to use for the 12 volt system. So I've added this here, just the shortest run I could before it got fused. So I have a fuse in here, and then that'll hook up to this wire, take that up to the 12 volt control. The last thing I have to do is I have 6 batteries to put down here. So I have all of the battery I have all of the wire cut. I have the terminals put on, heat shrinked. So that's ready to go. So once this guy here is finished up, then I will put the batteries in and hook up all of these wires and hopefully flip the switch and be fully off grid. Electrically anyways. Still a little bit more to do. So yeah, we'll go back a little bit further here. The last thing we were doing was in here was the bathroom. So Flex Seal worked absolutely perfect on the ceiling. So the ceiling is now completely waterproof in the shower. Those 2 holes are for the fan. And then I have put on the dent shield on all of the walls. Dent shields on all of the walls. Got the tile here ready to go. So not high priority on the list right now. I love to do though, because it gives you that finished look, but it really doesn't need to be done right now. There's some other things that need to get done. Get the mattresses in here. I have this ladder, which I want to put on the back of the bus. There's the vanity and the sink for the for the bathroom. And then back here, I've got to get the mattress on the bed back here. It's really hard to find sheets for these beds because they're skinny. So I did find the sheets. Hopefully they work out. Well, I've got those, so I can bring over the mattresses and kind of get that stuff all put together. And then today, I want to work on a few little things. I got some grommets that I put on the wires underneath the bus, and then I want to hook up this guy here. So I've seen a few YouTube videos about this before, but basically we're going to install the lock down there, and the pin is going to go into the floor. So the way that you achieve this, there's a couple different ways, but this is the back of the lock and this is the front of the lock. So these guys here, and then this is the back plate. Now, what I've done is I've taken a piece of wood and I've actually cut it out to fit the pin that's going to go into the floor over here. I did do this with a 2x4 and I found that the thickness of the 2x4 was too thick for the length of this pin. So you can see there's actually markings on it where you can cut it. Obviously we're going to keep it the maximum length, but using a 2x4, this wasn't able to get through the metal and it wasn't able to get through the metal and actually reach this enough. It just the end of it was touching. And I thought, well, with vibrations and everything, that's not going to be good. So I got a thinner piece of wood, and instead of drilling a hole like I did in the 2x4, I actually cut this out with a jigsaw, and it's nice and strong in there and it's holding really good. So I'm kind of happy with the way this turned out. So what we're going to do is this is going to get mounted here. So you can see it's the perfect height. So it just makes it to the top of the window there. So we got to bolt this in, and then on the outside is where this is going to live. So it'll actually give us a keypad lock for the front door, which is great. We're pretty lucky with this bus because it does have a lock currently. And the way that lock works is it pins itself into the floor and the ceiling. I think just the ceiling actually. Yeah, just a pin up there. You can kind of see it. Also see, got some helicopters. So it goes into a pin up there, but there's actually nothing going down to the floor, as far as I know. I don't think there's any pin down there. There's nothing for it to go into if there was. So this is going to give us a little bit extra security because we have that lock, which is going to go to the top, but we also have the floor lock. So I don't know, the one thing I don't think I brought was some self-tapping screws to work in there. So I'm going to see what I have. If I don't have the screws, at least going to get started on drilling the holes and everything and getting this guy installed. So let's get to it. All right, so everything worked out. We've got our programmable lock installed. Goes into that hole in the floor, and that's what it looks like from the outside. So a little bit of extra security provided now because we got a lock at the bottom, and then we've got this lock which goes up into the top. So I'm pretty happy with how this worked out. It's nice that it can be a code now too, as well as a key, so we have both options. So that's all the time I have today. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I helped you guys out if you want to install a programmable lock on the front original doors of your Bluebird bus. Make sure you head down below, smash that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to help me out with the bus build, you can also send me a super thanks. Until next time, take it easy out there.